Hi, everybody. My name's Megan Flynn, and I am here to walk you through some great ways to use Benchmark. I've been using it a lot with my virtual kindergartners, and I love it. They're rocking it. So I thought I would just share some tips that have been working for me, and I hope that it works for y'all too. So my very first recommendation is once you are in your Benchmark library, what I highly recommend you do is add bookshelves for, if you're using it for guided reading groups. I have a bookshelf for each of my guided reading groups, and I also have a bookshelf for my shared reading. So I do recommend creating bookshelves. It's real simple. You just click this add right here, give it a name, and hit submit. That just helps you keep your leveled books organized. So right now I'm going to walk y'all through how I get set up for a guided reading group. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just use my, this little purple group right here as my example. They are reading level A books. So to search for a level A reader, I'm just going to click A over here. And truly the only filter I use is English. So I just filter by level and filter by language. And here you're going to see all of the leveled text for the A reading level. Then what I do is I select a book. And once it opens, it's going to ask me if I want to customize it. Right off the bat, I always select no, and I'll explain why. So what I want to do, just as if I'm in the guided reading library here at school, I want to preview the book first to make sure it is just right for my kids. And it just is as easy as kind of clicking through. This is perfect for them. So I'm going to click done. And now I want to go back to that book, Fruit Salad, and I'm going to click the gear in the lower corner, and I'm going to add it to the bookshelf for that group. So I'm going to add it to my purple group. Once I've added in there, now I want to open it back up, and now I do want to create a customization. I'm going to show y'all why I do a customization. So when I label the customization, I just give it the name of my group, and I type the date that I'll be using it. So this will be for Monday, November 9th. Now what I can do is I can edit this, and it will save my edits. So when I customize this book, I will go through the pages, and for this particular group of kids, I like to highlight our sight words. And I do that right off the bat for them. There's this little wrench tool right over here, and when you click that, it'll open all of your editing tools. You do need to make sure that you're in edit mode. You'll see this blue and white background. If you're not in edit mode, it won't save your edits. So you'll do all that hard work and for nothing. So I go through and I highlight their sight words. I'm just going to do it super fast. I won't go through it all. It can be tedious, so just be patient. Something else I do for this group to encourage them to point to each word is I add a magic green button below each word. So I know at least I'm giving them the resources here. I can tell them, I can't see you reading your book with me, but I need you to go ahead and make sure you're tapping each magic green button so they can really we can instill that one-to-one for them. I also put it at the beginning. It goes under the first letter. So these are some examples of customizations. Another really cool customization you can do is you can add this, it's a shade. So if we're previewing the book together and I want them to look at the pictures and go on a picture walk, I might cover the words with this shade so they can't even see the word. And that way when we go back to look for unknown words, if I have it in present mode, I might be going through my guided reading lesson plan and say, watermelon, think about that word. What would you see at the beginning of the word watermelon? and let them all have an opportunity to predict what letter they might see. And then once you click this shade, it pops up just like a sticky note might. And there they can see, oh, that word does start with W, and they can check the word that way. The great thing about the customizations is when you save them into your book and you assign that book to your kiddos, they will see the same customizations when they're reading on their own. You can also add sticky notes to the text as well. I do that before we even start reading, and I jot some notes down for them. But lots of really great tools in here. It's kind of fun to play around with, so I just encourage y'all to explore those. So once I'm done and I'm ready to use my book for guided reading, I'm going to hit done. Now, this is a little troubleshooting. I don't know any other way around this, but if you look at my library here for my purple group, you'll see that under most of the books, I have the group name and the date that I used these books. Well, at Fruit Salad, I don't see it. So it just happens that way sometimes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh. If all else fails in Benchmark, hit refresh. It can act up a little funky sometimes. And of course, it takes me back to my home. So I need to go back into my purple group. And now you'll see under Fruit Salad, the title is blue. What you want to do to open your customized book is to click that blue title, and then there you'll see your customized version, and it'll just save that way. So on Monday, I can see, purple group, November 9th. I'm going to open that up. I share my screen, and we literally go through the Frisco ISD guided reading lesson plan just with a virtual book. Now, something else I wanted to show you guys is you can do a couple of things. So let me see. To assign a book, I'm just going to use this one as my example. You hit that gear again and you want to add to assignment. So I do this after I've taught the guided reading book and we've gone through it together, and then it's their time to practice reading it on their own. Click the gear, click add to assignment, type the assignment name. I just put the title. It makes things easier. You select your students, just follow the prompts. I have my students already in groups. It just makes it easier. I can click that purple group and it'll automatically populate that specific group of kids. But you can always go to students and you can click one by one. Oops, I didn't want y'all to see their names. And then you can see their names pop up. I don't want y'all to see their names. I'm so sorry. And then you just put the dates in there. So I make my books available to them from the day we read it till the end of the school year. Once you've assigned a book to your students, in this drop-down menu, you can go to your assignments. And there, I haven't figured this out yet, but it's a long list. These are all the books that I've assigned to my kids that we've read in guided reading. When you do this, you can open up the title and you'll be able to see who has read the book and who still hasn't read the book. I think that's very helpful. You can reach out to students individually and say, hey, do you need some help logging into Benchmark? Let's go ahead and get these books read. You can also go to that same drop-down menu and go to Reading Log. And you can click a student and you can see how many books they've read, how many books they've started, and the total number of books they've been given. So that's very helpful to me as well when I want to go check out a kiddo if they've been doing their reading. You can also see if they've opened a book on their own for independent reading. Most of mine only read books I've assigned to them. That's what I use Benchmark for, is books that I've assigned. I've also taught my kids how they can leave a review. So that's super fun when you want to do a little book talk. I taught them how they can leave book reviews on Benchmark, and that's super simple as well. So that is my little how to use Benchmark. I love it. My kids love it. I've got some higher groups that I put into breakout rooms for guided reading, and then I hop back and forth between breakout rooms and listen to them reading their book on Benchmark. It's pretty incredible. So don't cut them short. They're capable of so much. Y'all are capable of so much. Just explore, explore, explore. And reach out to me if y'all need any help at all. I'd be happy to help.